Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole Pujazon and I'm here today with another makeup tutorial. So today I'm going to be using my Prism palette for the third time. I wanted to incorporate as many looks as I could using my Prism palette, and today I wanted to focus on one particular shade, which is the shade Sphere from the palette. I think it's a really fun shade and I wanted to see what kind of look I could come up with using it. So this is what I came up with. If you guys want to know how I got this look, just keep on watching and don't forget to like this video if you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so jumping right into the video, I'm going to start by moisturizing my face, and today I'm going to be using my Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. This is probably my top favorite moisturizer. After I'm done moisturizing my face, I'm going to go in with my Smashbox Photofinish Foundation Primer, and I'm going to be placing that all over my face. After I am done placing that primer on my face, I'm going to spot conceal with my Smashbox Photofinish Foundation Primer in pore-minimizing form. I don't tend to like using pore-minimizing primers all over my face, so I like to spot conceal with them, and this is what I'm doing in that step. And moving on, I'm going to be doing some color correcting, and I'm going to be using my Maybelline Cover Corrector Concealer in the shade 20N400. I find that ever since I started color correcting, that the bags under my eyes have gotten better, and when I do this step, it makes me feel like I look more awake. And what I'm doing in this step is adding a little bit more of that pore minimizing primer on my forehead because I noticed a little bit of redness on it. And after I place the green concealer under my eyes, I like to take a beauty sponge and buff it in. I'm using a Real Techniques beauty sponge to do this step. Alright, so after I'm done buffing out my green concealer, I'm going to go in with my True Match foundation, my L'Oreal True Match foundation in the color C4. And I like to apply this with my Real Techniques beauty sponge and just buff it in all over my face. After I am done buffing in my foundation with my beauty sponge, I like to take a multi-purpose brush. I'm using a NYX multi-purpose brush to do this step, and again buff in my foundation onto my skin rather than painting it onto my skin. Moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape today in the shade Light, and I'm going to be adding that on underneath my eyes to highlight. And again, I also like to buff this in with my Real Techniques beauty sponge. Okay, so I went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera, and I'm going to be priming my eyelids with my NYX Glitter Primer. I couldn't find my Urban Decay primer. I think I ran out. I might need some more. And this is the next best thing that I had, so I'm going to be using it today. And I'm going to be using a small little concealer brush to apply it on my lids. And then after I apply the primer with the concealer brush, I'm going to be buffing it in with my beauty sponge. Went ahead and also put sticky tape on the corners of my eye because I want to create a sharp line today, and that's going to help the eyeshadows kind of blend in seamlessly together. And using a Sigma F63 brush, I'm going to go in with my transition shade, which is the shade Unity from the Prism palette, and I'm just going to be placing that in windshield wiper motions. Once I'm done putting my transition shade, I'm gonna go in with the shade Eden from the palette and go in with that same Sigma F63 brush, and again go in windshield wiper motions from the inner corner of my eye all the way to the outer corner of my eye. Okay, moving on to the next shade, I'm going to go in with the color Saturn, and I'm going to be placing that right on top of that Eden color that I went in on beforehand. The Saturn color is more of an orangey shade rather than a peachy shade that was Eden, but they're kind of going to blend in together and make a really pretty transition shade for the rest of the colors that I'm going to be adding in today. And I'm using that same Sigma F63 to do so in windshield wiper motions. And again, I'm building up my eyeshadows and being really careful because I don't want any of my eyeshadows to kind of blend in together. I want you to see the transition from the orange to the blue to the lime green that I'm going to be using later. Okay, so now using a MAC 226 SE brush, I'm going to go in with the shade Osiris, and I'm going to be placing that right on the bottom of that Eden and Saturn color. Just in the outer corners of my eye, and just placing it in windshield wiper motions. And I begin by adding a little bit of this Osiris color step by step, but I was kind of getting frustrated, so I kind of went in with a little bit too much of it, and that was a big mistake because it made me blend out my eyeshadow for way longer than I wanted to or needed to. So if you are trying this at home, I suggest that you're patient, which I wasn't, and build up this eyeshadow so you don't have to blend in as long as I did. You can see it here that I'm kind of blending and blending out, so my eyeshadow doesn't seem too harsh. I keep going in with clean brushes just to make it better. But the good news is that I was able to salvage my eye look and it turned out really pretty. So at least there's that. Here I'm doing more blending because, again, I said I kind of made the eyeshadow too harsh, so I keep going in and cleaning my brush and just buffing it out in windshield wiper motions. This is a good trick if you're new to dark eyeshadows and you put on too much. Just keep on blending until that eyeshadow is buffed out. As long as you're patient, you won't have to start over. I promise. After I'm done buffing out that Osiris color, I'm going to go in with the color Obsidian, which is the black color in the palette, and I'm going to be adding that on the bottom of Obsidian to make it more smoked out. And I'm still going to do those windshield wiper motions. These two colors are going to blend in together just how the Eden and the Saturn color blend in together for the transition shade. Okay, so now in this step, I'm going to be cutting my crease, and I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape to do so. I'm going to be placing my Tarte Shape Tape on the back of my hand, and then I pick it up with a small little concealer brush, and I carve out the shape of my eye using the concealer. You don't have to be precise with this because you're adding another color on top of it, but I like to do so I know where to place the color that I'm adding on the crease. And then using a packing brush, I'm going to be packing on that color Sphere from the Prism palette. and I made a mistake here. I thought that the pigmentation would be better if I wet the brush in a little bit of Fix Plus, but I learned my lesson because I used the wet brush on one eyelid and it was really patchy and it didn't work well, and then I used a dry brush on the other eye and it looked a lot better. So I suggest that you not wet your brush for this particular shade, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that it's a matte shade, it's not a shimmery shade. I'm so used to wetting my brush for my crease color, so that was just a trial and error, I guess. But see, you'll see that one of my eyes, I guess my right eye, is really patchy because I thought that wetting my brush would have helped the pigmentation of the color. But then when I go in with a dry brush, the eyeshadow looks so much better. See, on my left eye, I'm packing it on with a little spongy brush. I got this from like a BH palette, and I packed it on without wetting it, and it looked a lot better. See? So, anyone out there watching this, do not wet your brush. Alright, so now I'm gonna go in with that little tiny sponge brush, and I'm gonna be packing more of that sphere color. Alright, so now time for eyeliner. I'm gonna try my best to explain how I do my eyeliner. It's really difficult to explain, to be honest. I will just suggest practice makes perfect, and I really like the way my eyeliner looks when I use my Sephora eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, because of the packaging. I feel like the tip of the eyeliner is really easy to work with because I hold it like a pencil, and I kind of draw out the line and then I color it in afterwards, if that makes sense. I hope this helps for whoever's watching. Okay, so now in this step, after I put in my eyeliner, I'm going to go in with a Real Techniques Clean 203 brush, and I'm going to be kind of buffing out all the eyeshadows just to make sure that they're blending in seamlessly. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the Saturn shade, and I'm going to put it on my waterline using a MAC 209 brush. This is an eyeliner brush, and kind of smoking out that orange shade on my waterline. Once I'm done putting the Saturn shade on my waterline, I'm gonna put the color Obsidian right on top of it. I'm not gonna go in with a lot because I don't want it to be too harshly dark and I want that orange to stand out. So I'm just gonna be placing it more towards the outer corner of my waterline. And then I'm gonna go in with my L'Oreal Telescopic, and I'm gonna be adding some bottom mascara. Alright, so that is all for the video. I really hope that you guys liked this video, and if you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Thank you so much, and have a good day. Bye!